Amalu, I started to get worried, you know.
What are you getting worried about?
Because I say, I the cameraman, I the cleanup man, but me the cook. And I'm wondering if this thing burning. Is it burning?
There's a little cutters in.
Cutters? Why? What? You're moving like a real vacationer. And you have a couple of things inside of here too, eh? Plates and whatnot. You look very, very charming this morning, Louise.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
A transformation in a few minutes, eh?
Yeah.
Let me see her, let me see her. Eh.
That's it. So this is our buttered fried chicken. Now, if I give you a joke as to how I arrived, I have done butter chicken in the past, but I didn't bring any oil.
Oh, so what are you doing? You're using butter?
That's right.
Yeah, smart. Okay. So, all this cutters for me and you alone, yeah?
You can do anything for it, yeah, Victor.
Okay.
So you want me to do some of the potatoes with the cheese one time and have it as cutlets?
Fix it up, man.
Yes, so.
You know.
Okay, you need to light back the fire for me, please, Lancy.
Easy pickings, man. I could do that much. You ready for it?
Easy fire, man.
Are you fireman? Or the fired man?
Okay.
One more turn? Right, we got it there. So what are you doing now?
You like anything, darling?
Right. So, watch me. One little turn like that. One little flick. And she's on her way. I'm gonna put this curtain down. It appears.
So we just have
Right,
to do
man,
our
being
okra
business.
rice and fish after. But you know, Nancy, I was thinking, you know, some time ago, they told me you would like to do a video on elderly, you know, and
You mean on aging?
on aging.
The aging process?
Aging and elderly too. Things that should be done as an elderly. You know? And I don't think that people like this topic on becoming elderly. You know, we try to avoid talking about it. You know, and recently I spoke with someone and her husband died. And she is really, really heartbroken. And I really feel my heart go out to her. You know, if you are looking at the video, you would know, you yourself would know who I'm talking about. We really feel for you because you have been married for quite a long time and had a good marriage and now totally lost for companionship. And that's real. After a couple have lived for over 50 years together and had a good life, we never think about what it will be like. We never think about what it will be like without each other. And I myself would have that problem because I like to live in the present. So I don't like to think too much about the future because there could be fear when we think about the future. You know, because the future is unknown to everyone. We don't know how long we have to live. We don't know when we will get ill. We don't know what it will entail to have a bedridden partner. And we really don't think about it. Oh, this potato not good. We really don't think about it as to what it will, how would we cope, or what would we do, what's our plan A, what's our plan B, One of the first things one to think about is, well, you're going home. That seems to be the solution now. But as for me personally, I know that there's no choice in a matter, but I know that if you are well enough and you are still alive and I am ill, I know you will take care of me.
I believe I will. Unless I get there before you.
Right. And if you get there before me, I know that in my heart I will try my very best to make you comfortable and happy.
In that book, Boy Days, that's a subject that we try to deal with. It's a story called Flowers for Father.
Yeah.
And the character Vince, he did have a problem in, what to do with his dad when the dad got ill. And the dad did not seem to be, welcome in some of the siblings' homes. Everybody was kind of busy, right? But eventually, Vince and his wife, they took care of Vince's dad for a while. I don't want to reveal the outcome of it, but you can also follow the story in Lyndon's Batisse's book called Boy Days. You can buy it online, and I believe he might have 1 or 2 copies, but you could certainly source it. So growing old is a dilemma for many people. It is said that when people are reaching the age of perhaps 40, there's a tremendous fear that you're getting old. Perhaps for women it's even an earlier time, isn't it, Louis? Do you think?
No, 40 years.
40?
Yeah.
For women?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a dreaded number for women. 40 years old, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then when people are aging, actually, you tend to be, as you say, as you've said, that you get a little scared about the future. Maybe there's some insecurity as far as finances are concerned. If you hadn't bought a home and you don't have a car, but you bought one recently, you begin to fear losing all these things you're trying to acquire all your life long.
Yes.
You would have had children in the earlier stages of your marriage, and that is quite a challenge also. And then there's that period of retirement, Louise. The familiarity of the workplace, the familiarity of friends you knew, the activity of going out there, it's interrupted with the aging process, right? Some people even when they retire, I remember playing tennis with a man who every morning he got up and he returned to the office and he sought out the colleagues. He would sit maybe at the desk talking to others. I myself have dreamt of many times I've been back at the Express. I think the last dream I had at the Express, and that really threw that dilemma out of the window, is when I realized that I had visited the Express, sat with the men at this night desk, right, Louise?
Yeah.
And I realized I wasn't going to be paid for it.
You dreamt that?
I dreamt that. I wouldn't be paid for it.
And that sobered you up?
Yeah, and I was thinking of Owen, and I said to myself, but why doesn't Owen, put in a little word for me that I can be paid for what I'm doing here? But it became unnecessary because it was all in a dream. But these things hamper people. You've known people, Louise, I am sure,
Oh yeah.
who have got up on a morning, retired. Some people don't even tell their wives
They retired.
that they're retired.
They report to work, they go to work, they lie wrong, and they leave work at 4 o'clock.
Right. So the man I was telling you,
open it.
the man I was telling you about, who played tennis with us, he would get up every morning, drive to his former workplace, park the car, enter, stay for a long while until the security had to be alerted. This man must not be allowed back on the premises. Poor fella, indeed. That looks good though.
Yes, this is a little brunch.
Beautiful man. Mhm. Very nice, very nice.
So we can go outside where it's cool and Lancelot
Sure.
and just have
I'm gonna go outside anyway. Wait for you. So this is again Buku, where we, Louise and I, as retired couple, we spent the last 2 or 3 days here. So this is our third day here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, third day. Beautiful place.
I don't know if I'm 3 days married.
She doesn't know if she's 3 days married or 53 years married. Things are pretty tough around here, boy. Fella did a lovely job over there yesterday. Cutting away at the bushes. Made the place look really smart. When we were walking past there going to Buku, I told him, I said, I doubt you can handle all of this in one day with your waka. And when we came back, he was practically through. So, sit here, Lou. Sit here. Mm-hmm. Oh, you give me the lion's share?
All the time, 50-50.
I don't need the lion's share, Louise.
Yeah. So there are things to consider as you grow older.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna pine every day and say, oh gosh, I wonder how long I have to live again, how long Lance has to live again. No, that's gonna take away your joy. But we must be mindful that one day one of us will go.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and there are things that has to be done in order to make life, that transition, smoother. So one of the things that is very necessary
Oh, it isn't good?
very good. I made it.
Yes.
One of the things that is very necessary for us to know is that we need to be acquainted with what has to be done.
According to
Because-
Mr. Sana, I never knew potato could taste so good.
Potato very versatile.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Cheesy. Louise,
The way a man had his straight stomach,
you come a long way from cornflakes here.
I never give you cornflakes.
You come a long way from
I
cornflakes.
don't think you know what time I had cornflakes.
You're kidding. Right on.
With the oats.
What is this in that us?
Boy, we used to eat every morning bake and fry fish, boy. We didn't have time for
Coconut bake?
coconut bake. Mama used to make a nice bake. She needed, instead of putting cookie, she used to put the fat from the pig.
Wow.
And boy, that used to taste so good, eh? Real good. If, you know, you had the flavor of the pork. Like when you fry pork, and that fat,
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
you would get from the pork, it will just automatically freeze for itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get claddy. Of course, that'll tell you how much cholesterol, eh?
It's no wonder you never had a heart attack yet, James, but I hope I'm not calling one on you.
I hope not.
I didn't eat as much lard as you probably did. And look at me, I got one. So you see, your fortune in life, nobody knows, huh?
Nobody knows.
People can be looking so healthy, poor things, and trouble anyway.
But back to the most serious side of it is that we have to be prepared. We must not be caught napping. We have to be aware of where we stand, our financial situation. We need to write a will so that things can be done decently, in order, with the least amount of problems, because legal matters are so frustrating and long. It takes so long to do everything. So it's important to set your house in order. You
But
know,
Louis, retirement is not the end of your life, you know. That's why you have things like TAP, the Association for Retired People, huh?
oh, you know, I am not talking about that,
No.
you know, Nancy.
I know, but I'm talking about that aging process where people might feel, you know, life is almost over. I think retirees are now beginning to understand.
Oh, yeah, I think we have TAP is doing a great job of having our retirees very happy.
Yes,
They're always on a trip, planning a trip.
people are finding out that, hey man, life doesn't end with retirement. Now remember, retirement will mean that you're away from an environment that you've known for, let's say, 30, 40 years,
Yeah.
right? Whether you'll change job at that time, but nevertheless, 30 to 40 years you have been, okay, take you for instance at NP. You're 40 years there. You were 40 years, right? You retired, but it didn't mean the end of your life.
At all. Life begins after. Because now you have more time to do what you want to do. But the truth is, sometimes some people don't have a life.
Think you so, did he?
Some people don't have a life. And
But it's time to acquire one.
Well, then that's another thing, is you have personalities, you know.
So would you advise young married couples when you have your kid, do things with your children that in the future they could say, we have had a good
Life.
We have had a good life. We've had a good early childhood life.
Yeah. And don't wait till they retire to do stuff.
Okay.
Because ill health, I find it's sad.
Judy T, I'm enjoying this. I really am enjoying this. Please, don't be offended at my diet this morning.
He's on vacation from diet too.
Wendy Hiralal, thank you very much. This is for you. Lima Richardson, this is for you. Michael
Butter fried
Zambrano,
chicken.
butter fried chicken. You can't go wrong. Finger licking.
It's very different. The same fried chicken and butter. Like
Mr. Sana, you should have been here. Nevertheless, your daddy is enjoying this with you in mind. Lyndon, Kim, the little ducklings up in Cora there, all the ducklings. Really appreciate it.
this chicken done fried this way, and you could just add a plum sauce to it. And,
That would have been good.
and that will go really good with veggies and fried rice.
But you didn't have it in mind to do this.
Hmm?
You didn't have this in mind when you came on this vacation here in Buku.
No,
Hmm?
no. But I forgot oil.
Oh, as you said, so this is an improvisation, right? And that's the next thing, you know. Not to lament what you don't have, but to be resourceful.
And resilient. Yes, yeah. We don't need to be too fussy. We fuss too much, we take the joy out of life. because everything doesn't always go the way we plan it.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you just have to make a shift in your planning.
Mm-hmm.
But coming back, Lancy, to on a serious note, also still,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy retirement. It is not to sit down and mope or just sit in a rocking chair and wait for death. It's not that. But we need to have our house in order
Mm-hmm.
and be prepared that when it happens,
Hold on.
one is not caught napping.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
But live in the present and enjoy because you don't know what tomorrow will bring.
Mm-hmm.
And each day we rise, we thank God for the opportunity for another day.
That's right. Would you like a piece of this potato? Mm-hmm.
50.
That's a big bite, girl. Well, we have been in here in Tobago past days since last Monday. Since Monday past, right? We have been to Buku Beach. We have been to Mount Irvin, Pigeon Point.
The first few days we stayed with my niece and her husband,
Mm-hmm.
who lives in Tobago now.
But I want to say that in all our treks to the beaches, we have not seen
Any shark,
any shark. We have not seen any shark.
which I'm really happy about.
The only shark is the one that passed here this morning. The only shark is the one that passed here this morning. The chicken looked like this at first, and this is what was left of it. So that's a big bite.
You did that? Hmm?
If I did that? No, you did that. So, friends, retirement is wonderful.
It's what you make it.
Times, we must admit, have become a little more challenging for young couples. But with a little preparation, cooperation, there could be some great destinations.
Cooperation with each other. Teamwork. 50-50 will carry you through years together.
That's right.
And as I always say, that the beauty of marriage and the enjoyment of marriage is when we pick up our life again at an older age. Because in marriage, we sometimes put our lives on the back burner and focus only on the children. The children need that attention, but we must never lose sight of our personal relationship.
So, Louis, I'm happy that we're growing older together. We don't know what tomorrow will bring, but we can certainly enjoy today.
Yes. And I would like to take the opportunity. I love to hail out to some people who I sometimes forget. And Wilma White, I hope you are doing fine. I've been promising to call you, but time just goes away. But you are in our thoughts. I will also like to say hello to Mark and
Richie?
Rishi Rich. Judy T, I hear Lancy begging off that you don't get a little lecture on his breakfast, his brunch. Hope you're doing fine and your family. Indra, Bimpy and Ron and her husband. Hope you all are doing well. Carl and Arlene, we remember our time together on your visit. Also, Rose, how you doing, my dear? We are enjoying Tobago. Nancy, you can help me along, you know.
I really can't help you along.
You mean you don't remember anybody?
I remember some names, right? But I don't want to get them all mixed up and
Okay, so I will go on then.
spoil them. But I want to say, hold on, Louise, please. I want to say, I go through your comments. I indicate that I have read them. I try not to miss any. And we value every comment. Please forgive me, because Louis seems to have a sharper memory now than I do. Please forgive me if I don't call the right name or I don't call any name. But I tell you, we couldn't do it without your support. We really couldn't do it without your support.
Yes, that is so true. Also, Kavita,
There's something on your left there, right?
Kavita and
Still there,
Anu.
it's still there.
Kavita and Anu. Hope you all are doing well with your channel. Very interesting. Also, Dale Tech and Christy and Baby Tech. How are you all doing? Hope all is well.
Natasha and Panther.
Natasha and Panther. Natasha, I hope that you are coming along. Still to give you a call. But being in Tobago, we have not been able to do that. Michael Zambrano, I think I called out to most of my boys the other day. Tony and Shanta, our thoughts are with you all because this is where we stayed together and we had a wonderful holiday together. Shanta, I know your heart must be in Tobago right now, not in Trinidad, but in Tobago. Tony, I know your heart is in New York, but we think about you all and the lovely time we had together. Glad to have you all as adopted children. And also, I would like to say hello to Faz, Wendy Hiralal. My memory seems to be doing better in Tobago. Nandy Lewis. Of course, not forgetting Farmer Harry, Lyndon Batiste and Kim, Lasana, our dear boys, Lasana and Lyndon, who introduced us to YouTube. Also, Dinesh and Vid. I heard that you all was visiting in Tobago as well. Knockapot.
I want to say a special hello to my friends, my countrymen in Cora. Peter and his wife Liz and the children. I want to remember Sylvester Joshua. We grew up together, Peter, Sylvester and myself. Sylvester Jackson way up in Cora.
Yes, of course.
Wonderful.
That's the guy that you made the video with.
That's correct. All these wonderful people. Jerry Carcass family, Shaw, Rishi, and Babs. All these wonderful folks way up in the Carcass. Should I say way down in the Carcass? Not forgetting Southwest Adventures. Southwest Adventures. Well, my friends, I really am so poor. But nevertheless, I love you guys. Louise loves you all. And this Louise is going to close the session. So thank you and
love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Pleasant weekend. And I will take a little swim for you all. Bye-bye.